You're watching the Isaiah Factor Uncensored.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A local activist is fighting back against an ordinance here in the city of Houston. For you that don't know, that's like a law, but on the city level, which regulates who can give meals to the homeless community. Now, the ordinance has been in place since 2012. People are required to get permission from property owners if they feed more than 5 people. And more than likely, this affects the homeless. My next guest showed me a pile of tickets, citations from the city that she has to pay, that she has received after trying to help those in need. And believe it or not, despite the expensive citations, Sherry Dorr says she is not going to stop. Hell no. Now, you tirelessly give to the community as much as you can with feeding the homeless, and then your thanks for that is a load of tickets.
Absolutely. This is like holding some cards in your hand, getting ready to play some card game or something. We're getting there.
Now, for those who don't understand why you have been cited by HPD in the city of Houston, what are you doing wrong when you're feeding the homeless?
They claim that we do not have permission from the old library right here, the Julia Idison building. We don't have permission to provide a food service, and they put in parentheses, feed homeless. So I guess we don't have property owners' permission to serve on public property that our tax dollars pay for. So we decided to take a stand and fight back with this.
And how long have you been receiving these citations from the city of Houston?
They actually started on March 1st of this year, right ahead of the Final Four, and they have continued all the way through tonight. Now, we got our first ticket March 1st, and I got my first ticket on March 6th.
And what would be the average price to fight these tickets or to pay for the citation?
The fine goes anywhere from $50,000 to $2,000.
Damn.
Per ticket. And then so if you add up the 31 tickets we've gotten to date, and then put that with, not subtract, but multiply that by the 31, you see that it's 62,000, I think. So yeah, that's what we have in fine.
Will you guys ever be able to pay that? I mean, most of your resources go to feeding those who don't have a home.
Correct, and I think a lot of people think that we get donations or we get money or we get paid for this, and we get donations from Whole Foods, and we pick up 3 times a week, and then we utilize the fruits and the vegetables to serve out here. But the majority of the money that's spent is spent for us to actually cook and have this like potluck kind of dinner with our friends out here. So
does it ever get frustrating knowing that for some you're doing God's work, but you're being penalized for it?
And that is the biggest thing that gets to me, is because everybody says, what would Jesus do? Well, yeah, I think he would be out here in the streets fighting with us, so it's disappointing when we see other church or religious entities siding with the mayor regarding these tickets, because I think it's almost hypocrisy to say, talk about the works of Jesus, feeding the people, helping the needy, and that's what we're doing, and we're getting hit with 62,000 in fines.
Now, from the mayor's perspective, he would like to see individuals getting permanent homes, getting wraparound services at centers. And I would think he wouldn't want them out here because that would only promote them being on the streets and not getting those services. Or do you see it that way?
I see where he's coming from, but that's part of the interaction that we have with the homeless community, is to get to know them and understand them from a perspective like mental health issues. That's the number one thing, that people with homes are not only suffering with the aftermath, but so are the homeless, because they were really forgotten about during the pandemic. And so it's people like us that stepped up and fed people out here every single day of the week. And then we've heard the mayor also complained that I guess there's been violence that's taken place at the library that's making it uncomfortable for families. But our argument goes back to the mayor. Look what time it is. The library closed like a couple of hours ago. So we're serving when it's closed, and it's still an issue. So.
And looking at many of the faces, and I see, small kids out here with their mother, being able to help them like you do, what does that do for you?
So I am me, one person. I have never made any money by doing this. So that means even my extra time that I put outside of feeding people has gone to helping families like this one here. is a family that we're trying to get information from to assist them. But in the last week alone, I have taken in a father and a son and helped him, and he's actually going into a shelter tomorrow with his son, which is wonderful. But there's another family of 5, 3 girls, mom and dad, who also need sheltering, and the shelters are constantly full. So, you know, I think this could also be part of the eviction issue that has taken place after COVID was done. So we're just seeing an influx of new faces. I say about 30% of the people you see out here tonight are new faces I've never seen before.
And when they tell you thank you for what you guys do out here as a group, what does that do for you?
It does everything for me. They don't have to say thank you. All I want them to do is make sure that they have a good meal, that it's filling, and that they'll, you know, be able to go to sleep with a full belly tonight. But when they say thank you, I mean, it truly means everything to me. They really make that contact with you to let you know they're truly thankful.
Now, what are you going to do about those damn tickets?
I'm going to fight it. Not guilty, trial jury.
And those guys are out there anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week giving back to the community. That's a struggle to pay all of those citations. Still ahead.